Welcome to the Angel Monday Live for the 28th of March all the way through till the 4th of April. Hi, as you know, I'm Rachel Scoltock, Angel Medium, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the Angel's guidance, insights, messages, what you most need to know for the week ahead. We're also going to talk a little bit about your life purpose and how to figure that out and how the angels can help you with that. And maybe we'll talk about some other angel subjects as well, because I don't always plan the whole thing because the angels do. So why we think we're here sometimes and why we're actually here are two different things, because spirit, the angels, have a different plan than the one that you think you have. So let's get started. I just need to demist my glasses. It's really humid here today and a little bit dark because we've had non-stop rain. So sorry the lighting isn't the best. I did my best. So I'd love to know who's here. Hi, Kenneth. How lovely to see you, Angel Kenneth. And I'd love you all to say hi as you come on. It just helps me to know that I'm not talking to myself, and just to see who's here and who's bringing the positive energy that I can feel. So the cards that I'm using today are a mixture. I'm going to do a 3 or 4 card reading, depending on what comes out, with the Angel Wisdom and the Archangel Power Tarot. And then I've got John Holland's deck, the Psychic Tarot, which are really powerful, which I'm going to pull a single card. And we're going to ask the angels what the current spiritual lesson is. What is it you're supposed to be focusing on spiritually for the week? And as I said in the preamble, you know, these messages might seem like a general message for everyone, like reading your horoscopes in the newspaper, but it's not like that at all. The way the angels work is through me to you, and through all sorts of ways to get a message to you. And so you need to listen with your intuitive ears and be open, because there'll be something I say that triggers a thought, an idea, an inspiration, a vision, and synchronicity that will resonate directly with you. And whilst I don't necessarily know what that is, you will know what that is. And that's why I stopped really doing the readings like this just for everybody, you know, taking requests, because I do private readings but not publicly for personal. Because every time I did a reading for someone, I would say, oh, scroll back and listen to the public reading I did, because that really resonates with you. So the angels are taking care of it, and you are in the right place at the right time. Your spirit got you here, your soul got you here. So that's nothing to worry about. Hi everyone. Hi Mish and CG. Hi everyone. So thank you so much for being here. Oh, there's more. Tyler and Vicky, Michelle, Max, Tamika, hi everyone. Happy Angel Monday. So let's start by invoking the angels and the archangels. And I know that you have specific intentions for your life for this week, things that you need to get done, things that you need to overcome, challenges you'd like the angels to push out of the way, like big boulders, and guidance that you need in order to achieve your goals and stay aligned with your life purpose and your spiritual path, your true soul path. So maybe this is a good time for you to set those intentions and ask the angels for help right here at the beginning of the week, or the end of the week if you're in the States and Europe and other Northern Hemisphere countries. And it's a good time to just invoke the angels. So as you do that, I'm going to call on the Archangel Michael and his band of mercy angels. And thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting this session, for raising the frequency and the vibration of everyone present, and for working through me and with me to bring about the highest and best outcome, the best message that everyone here watching now and in the replay will benefit from in the highest possible way according to divine will. And I also ask for and invite the presence of the guardian angels. And Archangel Michael, guardian angels, divine spirit, please send 100,000 angels to us today. Please surround us with extra angelic support, as we all need it. And we can all then direct that angelic support out to other people and places where we know it is needed in the world as part of our light work. So I now invoke all of those angels, all of those angelic beings to be with us all, and for the ripple effect, for the healing and love from this session to go out across to heal the world as well. Amen. So if you want to be extra open to the angel messages, just visualize those angels streaming in around you. And then just imagine this beautiful beam of white light surrounding you, enveloping you, and activating and opening those energy centers, your chakras, which make you into a vessel, if you like, a channel, an open receiving satellite dish for the guidance of the universe and the angels. So let's see who else has shown up too. I can feel some other archangel beings coming in. Now, archangels have bigger energy than the guardian angels. Doesn't make them any better or worse. It's just that they come with extra energy. So when we invoke archangels, we can feel them. And your guardian angels, who are always with you, are very powerful. They will help you with everything, and you need to ask their help. But they're a bit more subtle. And the reason for that is that you're used to your guardian angels. You've had them since the day you were born and beyond, right? And your guardian angels blend very well with your auric field. So you actually need to ask for their signs to know that they're there, and keep building that connection with them by speaking to them. So let's see who is here as I shuffle the cards. So angels, what guidance do you have for us this week? What challenges do we need to overcome? What inspiration, what insights, and how do we reach our goals and dreams and intentions for ourselves and the world? Okay. These are beautiful cards to shuffle. They're so soft and silky. So I'm pulling 4 cards for you from here, and then we'll pull an extra card in a second. All right. So first we have the 7. So 7s we know, and it's important to take in all aspects of a card because they trigger your psychic ability, your intuition, your connection with soul. So 7 is the number of keeping going, being on the right path, and it's encouragement. It's like keep the energy moving in the direction that you really want it to move. This is Archangel Ariel, who's the angel of abundance and also helps us with our career and life purpose. So this looks like it's a week that's focusing on your career and life purpose and also moving you forward in a positive way towards what you really want. So here is a sense of having to keep going in spite of distractions or people coming in and trying to knock you off your perch, or energy that might even be in your mind that are negative energies that make you want to just go, oh, I can't be bothered, or I give up, or it's too hard. So in this case, they're asking you to stand up for your beliefs, stand up for your purpose, be true to yourself, empowered. Don't be so easily put off. Don't let bumps in the road, challenges, or naysayers put you off your path. It's an important time for standing up for yourself, drawing boundaries around you, and not letting people walk all over you. Whether that's online, in your physical life, in any shape, you really need to hold on to your power. Be careful that people don't try to drag you into their dramas and arguments this week. So look out for trolls, people that are just like, they're just like mozzies, right? We don't want to let the mozzie bite us, but at the same time, we don't want to get obsessed with them. So you need to protect your energy particularly. So Archangel Ariel is reminding you that it's time to get on with your true soul path and your purpose. All right. The block card, I think we had this one last week. This is reminding me, ringing bells. So this is the King of Water. So remember what they said about trolls, negativity, things coming to put out your fire. So you are more powerful than that. And one of my favorite affirmations is the divine is the true source of power. Like there's only one power in this universe that is true, and that is divine power, angels, love, peace, healing. That's the real power. Any power that fear has, negativity, is just the undermining, the way that it makes you believe something different, but it's not actually true or real. Sometimes it manifests into something that we have to deal with, right? We have to go to the doctor. We have to deal with the physical mess, but we can do that with the help of spirit. So this is also about being like trusting, really trusting in your intuition, the guidance that you're receiving, and your own true self. You know, some people think that guidance is something external, something big outside of themselves that's different. But actually, you know, notice what you're attracted to. Notice what you've been attracted to all your life. Notice the things that light you up. That's very much part of your path and purpose. And that's been speaking to you your whole life, right? So if you think back to things that you've always been interested in, or the way that you've always been, that could in some part play a part in your life purpose as an adult. So as we see this king, he's sitting there and he's contemplating his next moves. And the angels are saying, don't sit there too long, right? Don't wait. There's nothing worse, is there, than getting a book idea or thinking, I'm going to do this, and then realizing that someone else has done it. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means it's a reminder that to just move forward with what is important and special to you. And you can do that no matter what the circumstance is. You know, when I first started this business 19 years ago, I didn't have much money. I couldn't buy the things I wanted to make my healing room as beautiful as I wanted it to. Couldn't have all the schmick things. But I realized early on that I had to grow where I was. Otherwise, I would never get to the point where I could have those things. And so if you grow where you are, you can't afford the big marketing thing. You can afford to print off your own leaflets, right? Things like that. You grow where you are and be grateful for what you have whilst aspiring to what is coming next. So just not letting anyone throw a wet blanket on your dreams and goals is a big one too, because I'm seeing so much water in this card. Guidance. This is the Hermit. This is such an interesting one, and I think it's perfect for you actually, because I know that you are spiritual. You're a powerful being. Now, the Hermit reminds us, it's Archangel Raziel. So Raziel is the angel of spiritual understanding, looking for the spiritual meaning in things, understanding the spiritual lesson behind your challenges, and understanding how you can transmute something that has been a difficult challenge into something better. So you transform through your lessons, your hardships. You can turn that into a way that you help others, or a powerful piece of wisdom that you go on to strengthen your life and your dreams with. This is also asking you to really focus on spiritual means to heal. So that could be surrounding situations with light, sending angels to heal something, surrendering, using energy healing to protect yourself, to overcome something that has been really, really difficult for you. So what are your spiritual tools that perhaps you haven't been using that you could use to advance you on your path to create the things that you want, right? So here we've got, right at the beginning, we've got this beautiful being, and she's you, right? Whether you're a male or a female, she's you, and she's got all the slings and arrows because that's life, but she's not going to back off on what's important to her. So are you manifesting abundance at the moment? Are you manifesting a new business? What is it that you're doing? And you might, any challenge, right? Every time I've set a goal, there always seems to be stuff that comes up that goes, and you've got to swerve and find your path while all of that is going on. And that's just life. It doesn't mean that you're especially persecuted or victimized. It's just part of life. So it seems like this week they really want you to get on with things, but it might take you doing this solo for a little while and going within to get your answers, to find the energy, to find the motivation, to find the courage to keep going. And they're very much saying it is going to happen for you, but you are the key. You know that saying, if it's gonna be, it's up to me. So this is then going to allow you to be an inspiration and shine your light to help others. You have no idea who is watching you, who you are inspiring, who you are giving a meaningful insight to, just by showing up and being yourself. And you can't do that if you're letting yourself be put down and hiding from the negativity of other people. The outcome card. Oh, look at this. New beginnings. She's a page. She's a mermaid. We've got joy in the form of the dolphin. There's excitement, celebrate, get ready to get excited about what is coming. Her cup is overflowing. That's you. And this is about understanding yourself as a sensitive, intuitive, psychic, empathic person. You have a purpose, you have a light, you have a path to take that is important to you, that's above all of the drama, all of the difficulties that you've faced. And this is a water card too, but it's showing you that in this month and this week in particular, you're going to be even more intuitively tuned in. So really look out for those signs and guidance. The angels here are encouraging you. They're saying it's okay to keep going, to have your dreams. Just don't let anyone knock you off that path. It's really, really important. And it might be time for you to prioritize as well. So, you can't do everything at once. You can't fit all of the things in. So, but you can do it step by step. And I mean, I know I get overwhelmed if I've got a big to-do list. If you prioritize those things to what's important to you, as well as being able to fit one or two things that are important to the other parts of your life, that is going to move you along. And I feel like this week is about moving the needle and moving you forward. Have you felt stuck lately? Have you felt kind of flooded by emotion, or overwhelmed by other people's demands, or overwhelmed by people crossing your boundaries? It's really important. Okay, so angels, what is it that we need to actually spiritually focus on? What is the spiritual focus of this week? And please bring us an answer through these beautiful cards. I'm actually excited to use John Holland's cards. I usually only use these for myself. Here we go. Whoa, okay, look at this. So this is a card of mind conflict, mental conflict. So getting focused, using prayer. And do you remember what they said about priorities? So where are you feeling conflicted? It might be really good to write that down. Now this really appeals to, I can see this straight away as I look at this picture, that people who are claircognizant. So to be claircognizant means that you get messages from your angels. The angels are talking to me. As you get messages from your angels as mental downloads. So you have a thought, an inspiration, an aha moment, or sometimes it just comes out of your mouth. You're like, oh my goodness, I just said something so profound. Where did that come from? So claircognizants are psychic, profoundly psychic. It's a psychic channel. And everyone has access to this, but some people are more inclined that way than they are clairvoyant or clairaudient or clairsentient. So this is a card of noticing the signs and messages that come in from your intuition and your angels that are mental. Now, just guess how easy it is to push away those inspired ideas and thoughts because you think they're your own thoughts. So claircognizant people tend to dismiss, second guess their intuition because it gives them this mental conflict, because they think, oh, that was just me. I just thought of that. That's how can that be intuition? But it is, it's really important. So it's got it, if it comes repeatedly, it's quiet and non-judgmental, and it applies to something you've been praying about, asking about, wanting to resolve in your life. Or maybe it's just in the moment you need that idea. Pay attention to it, write it down, and follow it through, because that's the step that most people don't take. They get the message, but they don't follow it through. They don't realize it's a divine prescription. It's an instruction, it's guidance. So where we get mental conflict is that the ego comes in and says, oh no, don't do that, do this. So there might be a part of you saying, I want to do this, it's so exciting, I just want to get on with my dreams. But the other part of you is scared and says, oh no, be sensible, not this year, do it next year. No, that's ridiculous. And you argue with yourself. And this is where you get this mental conflict. It's all around the crown chakra and the third eye. So what you do then is you pour water on the fire of your intuitive messages and you put them off. You keep pushing it away and you dull down the voice of that intuition. So it's time for you to really turn up the volume on those ideas, thoughts, inspiration, directions that are coming through your mind. Now, the 2 of this card, a 2 is about sowing the seeds that become something bigger. So I always think of guidance like this, that when we get guidance, we sometimes can't connect the dots between how that is going to take us there, right? You've got a big dream and you get a little bit of guidance and you think, well, I can't see the connection. I want the big guidance. I want the ring the book agent, you know, I want the publisher to turn up on my doorstep and say, hey, you're amazing, let me sign you up. We want that. We think that's how it comes, but it doesn't always. It's very rare that it comes that way. It usually comes in micro steps, little steps that you have to take. And your first step might be to change your diet. And you think, how is that related to me getting my book published? But it actually improves your energy, improves your mental clarity, allows your intuition to come through more clearly. So look out for those steps and let me know in the comments, like make a commitment. Say yes, or I will, or I'm willing to listen to my intuition. I'm willing to listen to my angels this week. Put that in the comments because that will help you to, you know, that when you make a commitment, your whole self listens. And, you know, I watched an interview this morning with John Holland, who I'm going to be spending a bit of time with in the next couple of weeks. I'm so excited. And he was saying, you know, you are a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. And I thought I needed to hear that again. I know that, but I needed to hear it again. And he reminded in the interview, he was saying, you know, sometimes it takes a while for our physical body, our human side, our human, to catch up with the soul. So the soul already knows what you're doing. Your soul already knows where you're going. Your angels do too. They know what's coming. They know the steps to get there. But it takes you a while to catch up to that. And the way to clear that out of the way is to clean up this mental conflict, this part of your mind that wants to dismiss, whether it comes as a vision, whether it comes as a thought, whether it comes as a feeling, or all of those. Your mind wants to go the other way because that's the human side of you. So that's what this week is about. This is what you to focus on, meditate on, and ask for guidance with this week. Ask for help with this week. Love it so much. Love it. So little calendar note as I'm reading the comments. This Friday is I'm so excited, the Archangel Jophiel attunement, where we're actually working with the Archangel Jophiel, working with the mind at the Archangel Jophiel attunement. So we are clearing out negativity, doubt, fear, heaviness, anything, you know, mental health stuff even, with Archangel Jophiel, so that we can really tune into your intuition rather than those negative thoughts, and teaching you how not to take on the negative thoughts of other people, and a quick way of switching out of fear, depression, ego, and into your higher self, so that you can shift quickly when you need to, and you need to be intuitive rather than worried. So that's going to be a guided soul healing meditation, which is, it's not just a meditation. It's, if you've ever done one of these things, you can actually feel the angels working on you. You see things, you feel things, you hear things. That goes on for about 40 minutes. And we do some teaching for the first half. And on the second half, we do the guided soul healing, where you're guided to meet Jophiel, receive healing and attunement, and clear out your energy and your mind of anything that is holding you back or lowering your energy. So that event is on Friday, the 1st of April at this time. So 10 a.m. my time. And you will get lifetime access to the replay, which is just as powerful. You will also, so that is, you know, Thursday night in the US and Canada and the UK. And I'm going to give you a prayer and ways to work with Jophiel. It's a very practical angel workshop as well as this powerful attunement. So that's Friday, and I will pop the link in the comments later so that you can find that and book in. It's very low price, so it's something that I would love you to join me for, because I'm about to go away for 6 weeks to the UK. And I won't be doing the Archangel attunements until I get back in the middle of May. So that's, you know, one will last you all that time. I will be doing my best to do Angel Mondays, so it might not be at exactly the same time, but it will be here waiting for you at that time if I pre-record it. So we'll work out the English time zones, and I will be doing Angel Monday. So I'd love you to join me for those so that we can keep this connection and the angelic connection going for that time. And my other announcement, which I'm really excited about, is that my book, Loving Your Sensitive Self, this is the first edition, has just been relaunched as a second edition. Now, I don't have author copies yet because for some reason it's taking ages to get to me. This is the original cover. There's a brand new, beautiful cover. This one I love as well, but I couldn't get the artwork to relaunch it with this one, so it's got a fresh new cover. And it's the second edition. And what I'm asking for you, if you feel inclined, is it's over on Kindle and Amazon right now. I would love you to write me a review and grab the book. It's a very low cost. It's I think it's under $5 for the Kindle, and it's under $11 for the paperback. It's my dream to get up on the Amazon charts and to have this book reach a lot of people. There's so much information in it about how to protect your energy, how to work with the angels, how to understand how your aura works and how to use that to manifest. And it's a very beloved book. I've sold thousands of copies, and people carry it around with them and do this kind of random, what does that say? Which I've always been I really love this. So if you could help me out by doing that and writing a genuine review, I'd really appreciate you. I love doing these free Angel Mondays, have done them for over 10 years. And that's just something, if you'd like to help me out, that you could do for me. Okay, I just opened it on a page and it says attaching. So sometimes you attach your aura like a conjoined twin to another energy field. Sometimes a lover, a close family member, anyone that you're dependent with. And it's almost, this can create a feeling of dependency, and it can be painful because you might worry about that person leaving you. So in this book, it shows you how to clear that so that you can have a healthy relationship. So if you've got a relationship that has lots of jealousy or anger, or you feel like you can't get away energetically from that person, past or present, you can separate your auras. And that's what this book shows you, little things like that, how to really look after your energy to heal your entire life. So yes, I'm going to the UK. I'm going to see my family, who I haven't seen for 5 years, which has been immensely painful to not be able to connect with my, my sister, my nephew, niece, my brother-in-law, my mum. And I'm excited about that. And I'm also going on a week tour of sacred sites with someone special. And you'll see the photos. And I'm just spending time with friends as well. So, but I'm working part-time while I'm there. So I'm keeping the business going, because that's what happens when you're a spiritualpreneur, that you have to, you can't just stop. But of course, I'm not going to be doing as much because I want to spend time with those who I love. Thank you, Yana. And I saw your beautiful review, Yana, and I've meant to thank you for it. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Tap, tap, tap. Trish, you're not listening. So the angels, yeah, time to listen. You're welcome, Claire. Thank you, Amanda. I'm committing. There you go. Thank you. Yes. Cara, Amelia, and Max are committing to staying on the path, listening to my angels. Yes, I will listen to my angels. Well done. Kim, yes, I will listen. Tracy, yes. Yeah. So, saying something like that, or writing it down, or saying it aloud, really creates a reverberation. It's like setting an intention. You get very much on the path. So pay attention to now what shows up, right? Because you have said it, you've committed to it. Energy matters. Someone said to me the other day, I did an attunement for Reiki on Zoom. And for a long time, I didn't want to do Reiki attunements on Zoom. I was like a bit purist about it. And then a number of years ago, a friend in Europe said, could you attune me? And I was like, okay. So I did it, and she had the heat on her hands. You do the symbols over over the screen, over the hands and the crown and everything. And she was blown away. And so then I started to do it, and I did it for someone the other day, and she instantly said, when she opened her eyes, I can see your aura. She could see my aura, which she couldn't see before. So it was so powerful. And I've lost my thread of what I was talking about. And we were talking about how she was like, oh, it works. How energy is so powerful, and yet people dismiss it because they can't usually see it. So if you want to send love, light, and angels to places of war, you want to visualize peace, you want to surround yourself in light and bring down the angels, extra angels around you. They're always with you anyway, but bring extra angels in, call in the archangels. You want to send angels to a loved one in hospital or surround something in light. That works. It works because you have that power. And yet people say, I want to see it before I believe it. You know, someone said to me this morning on one of my comments, oh, what are your angels doing for the war? And I was quite grateful that they'd asked it, even though they'd asked it in a bad spirit, because I said, well, it's unknowable. We can't quantify it, but we don't know how many people have listened to their angels and got out of the way of something. We can see the angels working through people in Poland and other places that are opening their hearts and homes to refugees. I'm going goosebumps. We've, as spiritually centered, heart-centered, brilliant, gifted people that you are, your soul is and heart are centered in the energy of helping others. And that's part of your purpose. And so when you feel inspired to help another through your prayers, intentions, and the angels working with you and your thoughts, and you follow through on that, you are doing the angels' work. You're doing divine work. And so who are we to say that the angels aren't working? Because we can't tell how much worse things might be. But also we can't control what happens, and neither can the angels. They can only do their best to try and inspire and bring guidance. And that's what I wanted to say about your life purpose is, you know, your life purpose is a way of expressing who you really are and what interests and passions you have to help others. And so whilst you might have a purpose that becomes a career or is a career, you might also have small missions that divine gives you through the angels to help someone in need, to help an animal, to volunteer, to donate, to pray. And that is you enacting your life purpose. And the more you listen to that and you ignore the voice within that saying, it won't make a difference, don't do that, you know, that negativity, ignore that conflict and go with it, the bigger your purpose will unfold, and more quickly it will unfold for you. So I can hear a truck outside. I'm sorry if you can hear that. So that is an important aspect that I need to say to you today, is that your purpose may not have been obvious to you right now, but you do feel inspired in some way to help and to shine your light in a way. And I want you to have the confidence and the courage to do that when it's right for you. You know, you might not have $1 to give, but maybe there's something else that you can do. Or you might not have $10 to give, but you can give $1, right? It all makes a difference, but it doesn't just go out. It also affects you and lights you up even more. And I think that's an important conversation for us spiritually centered light workers. Yes, Joe, so true. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not working. Exactly. And if we say, I don't believe it until I see it, then we're missing out on so much, including our own soul and our own journey. I've committed to daily prayer and meditation. Yes, beautiful. Looking forward to getting the book. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. And I'll share photos and things of my journey while I'm over there. So I hope to see you on Friday at the Archangel Jophiel attunement. I will share the link a little bit later and you'll see more of it. I'm also going live on Instagram in about 40 minutes at 11:30 a.m. Australia, Sydney time. So if you want to join me there, I'll also be doing a bit of a chat and a live and a card pull on Instagram. So remember to ask your angels for help with everything. and keep doing what you're doing, and protect your energy too, because the energy's been a little bit harsh recently. And yeah, I will see you next Monday in one shape or form. I'm getting on the plane on Monday, but maybe I'll pre-record it, or I'll do it on Sunday night or something like that for you. But I will see you for Angel Monday, no matter what. So angel blessings. If you'd like to get in touch, DM rachelscoltock.com, rachel@rachelscoltock.com. And also I'm just about to close the discount on the readings as well. So just know that's going to happen in a couple of days. All right. Angel blessings.